Happy Halloween, everyone. Pikeville Medical Center buys a local shopping center with future plans, and local nonprofits address the loss of SNAP benefits. I'm Jerry Scott.
And I'm Robin Tillman.
And this is the Mountaintop Daily? Pikeville Medical Center has bought Town & Country Shopping Center with plans to build a new daycare center. The daycare will provide services to hospital employees for now, with possible expansion later on. She talked with hospital officials Friday to get the details.
Pikeville Medical Center has purchased the Town & Country Shopping Center in Pikeville with future plans to put in a child care center for employees. Executive Director of Marketing and Public Relations Shannon Deskins and CEO Donovan Blackburn released a video Friday morning explaining the acquisition.
Child care is currently a national focus. There is a huge issue with child care, the need for child care within the workforce. And our region, the region that Pikeville Medical Center serves, has recently been designated as a child care desert. And that's having impact on us in a lot of different ways. As a matter of fact, when we talk about it being a national issue, it's also a huge statewide issue, to the point that the Kentucky State Chamber of Commerce has made this their workforce priority. As a matter of fact, I was at a chamber meeting yesterday to where they talked about the necessity of really focusing on the need to make more investments in the state for child care.
PMC recently conducted a survey of their employees that revealed the need for over 300 child care spaces.
As the largest employer, with nearly 3,700 contracted and other employees, we certainly have that need as well, and we have heard it time and time again. We are desperate for child care because what we're seeing is employees leaving the workforce, especially PMC, and it's a huge investment for us to see somebody, and it certainly impacts the continuity of care when we train somebody and then they have to leave. So, and then we also, as people have left, employees have left, we do exit interviews with our staff. And again, as you can imagine, it's been a significant issue that we are finding time and time again that people have left their position because of this need. You know, obviously, we have a lot of younger people within our organization and people that are starting families and you know, by not having child care, not only put a burden on the family, but often it expands that burden because oftentimes those children are being cared for by a family member or even a grandparent. So we're hoping to be able, with today's announcement, to kind of address that.
The center will be located where the Super Dollar store is currently and is slated to open in January.
The East Kentucky Dream Center will continue helping in the wake of SNAP benefit cutoffs. The center will be one of many local businesses and nonprofits to answer the need for help during November. Nick talked to Dream Center members Friday to learn more.
With the recent loss of SNAP benefits, many are left with questions about what will happen next and no answers, including local nonprofits. One such group is the East Kentucky Dream Center, who have been contacted by area residents curious if they will be able to continue helping those in need. As many households depend on SNAP benefits, Dream Center staff are doing what they can during this time.
It's a scary time for Eastern Kentucky, but it's an even scarier time for nonprofits. Everything that we do is based upon donations, fundraising, or thrift stores. People are going to need help. 1 out of 4 households are food insecure just in Pike County alone. You know, the statistics are out there that so many in our state and even in our region depend on their SNAP benefits. So when they got the news that they wouldn't receive those, we've already been busy. People are collecting food. They're already calling, what can I do? What are you going to do for the month of November? What about Thanksgiving? What about Christmas? Will this be over by Christmas? And those are questions that none of us can answer. But what we can do is just try to be here for the community, try to feed mouths and get bellies full and just bless people in need.
Dotson goes on to say the community is great for coming together not just during natural disasters, but times of economic struggle. The Dream Center is currently accepting any and all donations in the form of canned and frozen food items and certain hygiene products.
You find out during times of struggle and during times of emergency, just like flood, just like fire, the community really comes together. You find out that you've got partners that you never realized that you had. Walters, all the Walters group has done a food drive for us just this last few weeks. They've done an enormous amount of canned goods for us. Mountaintop they're partnering with us. You know, we're placing stations and drop-off points throughout the community. Just it's a great time to say, what can I do to give back to my community right at the holidays? But it's also an even better time because people are truly in need. Like I said, they've come by here already several days this week just asking, what can I do? What's next for us? What can we get from here? What are your options? And we're still doing our free meals Wednesday and Friday, 11 until 1. That's open to anybody. And then the grocery bags are here Monday through Friday until 3.
Reporting for Mountaintop News, I'm Nick Collum.
Coming up after the break, one talented Ghostbusters fan goes all out for the Halloween season. We'll give you a look at his grand design when the Mountaintop Daily continues.
But first, sports and weather.
With Mountaintop Sports, I'm Dave Stanford. The University of Pikeville women's bowling team continues to make headlines, and senior Brianna Rogers is once again leading the charge. Rogers, a two-time Mid-South Conference Bowler of the Year, was named MSC Bowler of the Week following 2 standout performances last weekend in Smyrna, Tennessee. Rogers claimed individual titles at both the Greater Nashville Open and the Brandon Burns Memorial Classic, averaging just under 219 pins over 8 games. On Saturday, she rolled a 242 on her way to the top spot, and on Sunday, she posted a 4-game average of 220, highlighted by a 247 game that sealed her second win of the weekend. Her dominance helped lift the Bears to a team victory in the Greater Nashville Open and a 5th-place finish in the Burns Memorial. This marks Rogers' first weekly honor of the season and the 9th of her collegiate career. Hugh Pike and Rogers will be back in action this weekend, traveling to Marietta, Georgia for the Tier 1 Bolero Open beginning Sunday morning. In Lexington, the Kentucky Wildcats men's soccer team will close out their regular season home schedule tonight with a Halloween matchup against Georgia State at the Bell. The Cats enter the contest ranked 18th in the nation with a 9-2-3 record and sit atop the Sun Belt Conference standings. Midfielder Kevin Larson earned Sun Belt Offensive Player of the Week honors after scoring 2 goals and an assist across back-to-back wins over top 20 opponents Georgia Southern and West Virginia. Friday night will also serve as senior night as Kentucky honors 7 seniors ahead of the 7 p.m. kickoff. Admission is free, and fans are encouraged to wear their best Halloween costumes. For even more scores, updates, and highlights from across the mountains, make sure you're following Mountaintop Sports on Facebook and checking out mountaintop.news. And click on the Sports tab at the top of the page. Mountaintop Sports tries to bring you the best area coverage in the mountains. With Mountaintop Sports, I'm Dave Stanford.
When the government took Social Security away from honest Eastern Kentuckians, Attorney Ned Pillersdorf got the hearings declared unconstitutional. When the women guards were harassed at Little Sandy Jail, Ned fought back, securing a $1 million verdict at trial. And when the state tried to shut down Cordia School, Ned fought back and kept the school open. Attorney Ned Pillersdorf fights for the underdog, and he's ready to fight for you.
Hey, are you stuck with a carrier that doesn't get you? Yeah, we get it. So at Appalachian Wireless, switching is easy and way more rewarding. With our promotions, you can port your number, grab incredible savings, and enjoy a service that feels a little bit more like home. Plus, we've got the latest devices and a team that's here just for you. So why settle? Visit us online or stop by one of our many retail locations today to see why we're the region's best network. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
There's a good chance you've watched or rewatched the classic film Ghostbusters, especially this time of year. Well, a Prestonsburg man and longtime fan of the movie has taken his love for that film and put a unique mark on the franchise. Someone had a chance to catch up with the superfan Friday to learn more.
A Prestonsburg man garnered some major attention this week when his car-sized ghost trap was featured on GhostbustersNews.com. We spoke with builder Matt Lafferty to learn where he came up with the idea.
When my middle son, who is stage 3 autistic, was younger, he was terrified of large crowds. Couldn't be in them. But we wanted him to be able to experience Halloween with the rest of us. So I thought I would try to kind of enclose him in something to see if that would help him feel shielded from these crowds so he could participate. So that first year, I turned his stroller into the Chucky box from the movie Child's Play. And it ended up working out really well.
Lafferty has been doing this for 11 years now, and each year seems to get larger and more elaborate.
I've built a Jack in the Box, a mechanical bull. I built a replica of the Exorcist scene where she rises from the bed. I built a replica of Optimus Prime from Transformers. I built a UFO at F-16 Tomcat plane, a giant saw based off the movie Saw, and a giant WWE wrestling ring one year. I think that covers most of them.
Lafferty has a friend who then helps him haul the creation downtown where trick-or-treaters can enjoy it. Afterwards, he disassembles it so he can use the parts for next year.
Normally, I try to start kind of brainstorming around June, July or so. But now I do have a 3-year-old who is incredibly interested in all this and what I'm doing. And I've got a pretty good feeling that he is going to either start making requests or probably demands on future builds. So that's going to play a big role in this. So we'll see how that goes.
That will do it for this edition of the Mountaintop Daily. Be sure to check us out at 6 p.m. every weekday on Mountaintop TV, the Mountaintop TV app, and the Mountaintop News Facebook page. With your Mountaintop Daily, I'm Jerry Scott.
And I'm Robin Tillman.
For Mountaintop News. Stay classy, Appalachia.
And thank